Good kill, good kill.
Hey, good kill.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see here today, we are over the Persian Gulf and we are in an Iranian Mig-29, and today we're going to be fighting a Super Hornet. So I came up with this crazy idea to put the Hawk missile onto the Mig-29 and also the Phoenix missile. So we've done a couple modifications. This one is the AIM-54A Phoenix right here. This one here is the Hawk missile, and that's just the standard Russian R-73 high off bore side Fox 2. So many of you who are familiar with this concept, you know the Iranians use the Hawk missile from the surface-to-air battery. They use that on their F-14s. So, you know, I've never seen a MiG-29 that had the Hawk battery on it, but I think maybe it's not too much of a stretch. And then they also had the Phoenixes, so like, you know, strap some Phoenixes on here. Let's just see what kind of Frankenstein MiG-29 we can make and see how this thing can perform. I don't know, it could be interesting, you know? I like experiments like this. So during the Iran-Iraq War from 1980 to 88, when Iran started running low on Phoenix missiles, they started using the Hawk battery and adapting them to be put on the F-14. And they actually used them pretty successfully, and I believe they even got some air-to-air kills against the Iraqi Air Force with that. And yes, they were given the Phoenix missile. A lot of those Phoenix missiles are now probably expired and they don't really work anymore. But Iran claims to have reverse engineered the Phoenix, and they called it, I believe they called it the Fakor 90. And it's supposed to be obviously a reverse engineered AIM-54. So I don't know, I don't think it's too crazy to say, oh, they might have, I don't know, strapped those things onto a MiG-29. They also even strapped bombs onto the front of the Hawk missiles at one point, but I don't think those were very successful, so they didn't see widespread use. Other interesting thing worth noting is that Iran has never bought MiG-29s. These were originally Iraqi MiG-29s. They were flown over to Iran in '91 when the Americans attacked. I believe a bunch came over to Iran. And then later on, I think during Iraqi freedom, a bunch more came, including some Sukhoi 25s, I believe. But those were returned. At least some of them were. Other Sukhoi 25s remain with Iran. Mirage F1s came from Iraq and now are in Iranian hands. So a lot of Iraqi aircraft fled conflict in Iraq and ended up in Iran, basically trying to not get destroyed by, you know, the American invasion. So just an interesting little, you know, side story there. But when it comes to this this payload, the Hawk was interesting because the F-14 has a really strong radar, and so it can lock a target really far away and shoot the Hawk at it from super far away. Same with the Phoenix. These are obviously very long-range weapons. The MiG-29, anybody who's familiar with the MiG-29 knows that it's very limited because of its radar capability. The radar is not great on a MiG-29, so it's possible that you know, it completely negates the advantages of having these missiles. So, you know, these are all things that we got to take into consideration here. I have a Super Hornet on radar here. Also worth noting that the Hawk missile is Fox 1, so you have to keep the lock all the way to impact. I have them locked here. Fox 1. So far so good. Came off the rail. Try to maintain that lock as long as possible. This arrow here indicates the aspect of the bandit, so right now he's coming towards me. You can see he's cranking to the right. And you see this flashing ATK right there. I'm going to turn back. That tells me I'm leaving the gimbal limit of my radar. So I'm actually going to turn back in, see if we can hold that lock as long as possible, because it is a oh, never mind. Okay, we lost lock, so we're going to go cold because he fired an AMRAAM at us, more than likely. So we'll defend here. Also keep in mind the Phoenix missiles we carry are pretty much the same thing. There's the AMRAAM. I have to hold the lock right up until they go pitbull. If I lose lock before pitbull on the Phoenix missiles, they're also scrapped. Continuing cold here. So that Fox 1 missed because I obviously lost lock on it. So that Super Hornet is probably recommitting, so I'm going to turn around and become offensive on him, give him another Fox 1. We'll save the Phoenix for when we get closer, because then it can go pitbull on him and, you know, use the Fox 3 terminal guidance, and I can turn around and run. Got him locked here, and that's a Fox 1. Alright, that missile is continuing to track. We're still holding lock. His AMRAAM is going to be a problem for me. I'm going to have to break. There you go, lost lock. He's defending and dropping chaff and notching, and it's always going to be easy for him to defeat the Mig-29 radar. So the Fox 1, the Hawks are kind of useless with the Mig-29. F-14 would have a much easier time holding that lock. Last I saw, that missile was headed down, so... And I know I don't have lock on it, so it probably hit somebody's house or something. I have no idea. Alright, let's turn around and become offensive again. We got to get these Phoenix missiles off. Yes, there is an AMRAAM coming at me. Signal strength is not bad. See if we can find him on radar. There we go, got him on radar. And he's coming towards me as indicated by the arrow. We're going to climb up a little bit more. Get a little bit closer to him. We do massively outrange him. There's the launch authorization, Fox 3. Okay, wonderful. We'll defend here. And we'll see if he manages to become offensive. I'll defend. If not, I'm going to push him. Still holding the lock on him. Indicator just told me there that he's cold. So I see an opportunity to push the Super Hornet here. Because he's still cold and defensive from that Phoenix. I'm going to follow it up with a second Phoenix. Let's get a little closer. Got him on radar here. And I'm staying low, so it's a little bit harder for him to see me. Fox 3. And that's going to be pitbull almost immediately. But that's it, I'm going bonsai, I'm going to the merge. If that Phoenix doesn't hit him, I'm going to the merge. But it looks like he's defending here. That Phoenix is still tracking, I still have a lock. There it is. It's tracking. Oh, he's gone. It vaporized him. Oh man, that's 132 pounds of high explosive hitting him at like Mach 3, Mach 4. I just vaporized him. There's nothing left.